Do you notice anything about, on the right-hand side, you see how the salaries go up?
Yeah.
What also goes up?
The education.
There you go. You have more education you have to get in there. Now, I usually get asked the question, so I'm just going to get out there. How much do you think I'm making?
A lot.
Well, it's a small company.
What's the name of you?
That's right, but I'm not on that piece of paper. My salary's not there.
So what about business? My dad owns two businesses.
Higher.
Anything? You make about 15,000.
In fact, I will share with you later on when you ask me what the offer came in today.
You said you higher than this?
Yeah,
30,000.
But you're a business owner, right? That's what you would be.
part of it, yeah. Well, we're going to share how we got there. So here's how we're going to do it.
What would you be considered under occupation?
Software engineer. Okay, now let's talk about this one here. You guys are now presidents of your own company. You own them. You're making that kind of money, all right? In fact, business is so good, you have to hire new people.
Yeah, but then we have to pay them.
Of course you have to pay them, but you got a new business, you got to, yeah, like you guys are going to work for free also, right? Minimum wage? What is minimum wage? Oh, okay. Let me ask you this question right now. What are the qualities you would look for in that person? What type of person would you be looking for?
Hardworking, intelligent.
Hardworking, intelligent. Everybody remember these.
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy. Honest.
Determined.
Determined.
Organized.
On time. What was that one?
Organized.
Organized. I heard on time up here. We say reliable.
Ambitious.
Ambitious.
Knowledgeable about their job.
Okay.
Like the job.
That's a heck of a. Y'all remember that?
Maybe.
How can you tell someone has those qualities?
Interview.
Interview.
Resume.
Resume.
Background check.
Background check.
Okay, yeah. No convicts.
No comment. All right, one thing about interviews. Let's say I want to hire one of you guys. I'm going to point this out about interviews. You've already answered the question. Let's say I want to hire one of you guys for my company. And no, I'm not. I'm not going to invite all you in for an interview. I don't have the time, or nor do other companies. You know, you can't go in your head saying, well, when I show up and look, let's see how good I am and how impressive I'm looking. They're going to look at, what?
Your resume.
So we have to kill each other to try to get that spot?
No. We're going to look at what first? I'm not, like I said, I'm going to look at something in here about you guys. But your resume. Right. And then you have a resume? Do you guys have one? For babysitting? You actually do have a resume right now. You're filling it in right now. It started, when did you start the grade? When did you start school? No, this year. I'm sorry, this year. August. You started your resume in August. You know what it's called? School record. Permanent record. Also known as a transcript.
Does it come from middle school too?
Yeah, but you started fresh out of middle school. I have here in my hand 2 transcripts. One on each side. Yep. But what I want you to do is look at this, and I want you to tell me who you would invite in. Now, remember those qualities you talked about? Reliability, dependable, hardworking. I want you to look at these resumes and tell me, who would you invite in for an interview? And tell me why, or tell me who you wouldn't invite in and why. Just look them over. They're real ones. All right, how can you tell, guys, how can you tell someone's reliable off of this piece of paper? What was it again?
Attendance in school.
Absolutely. If someone will not even show up for school to benefit their future, what is the odds that they will show up for work? Not very good. And if they don't show up for work and it's your company, who's losing money? You being the company, right? If you don't show up, all right, make sure you get a good sign right there. All right, got it? All right. How can you tell someone is a hard worker?
Their grades.
What was it?
Their grades. And
That's part of it. Something else in there also. Not just grades, not just the grades. No, not just the grades. No, well, that's kind of along the line there, yeah.
The classes they took and the activities.
Right. That's exactly right there. It's not just grades. I'm going to ask you a question. What would this tell me? If you were being, please don't pick those up until the end. Don't do it. I'll take points away, and I want you to know there's a pop quiz at the end of the class. Ah, think got you. All right. How can you tell if you find someone in here that's making A's and B's, and they're taking, general courses, nothing very challenging, or you see someone that's making B's and C's, and they're taking more tougher classes? Who would you be more interested in?
Tougher classes.
Why?
Because they're actually trying. And they're doing good grades with the hard work.
Right.
Well, they're only doing good grades with the standard work.
Right, and the other ones are just kind of just getting by.
Yeah.
I'm just getting by, I'll get my grades and all like that, right? What else can you tell about this person?
Which one?
Either one.
They know how to manage their time,
How can you tell that?
their activities they did, and the sports and everything.
Absolutely, that's a great one, I love that one. That's absolutely right. It's not just the grades and courses, what else have they done to better themselves? Absolutely. So who would you invite in for an interview? I don't even say you're going to hire them. Who would you invite in? Pat. All right, in this case here.
Maybe in both of them just to laugh at the other one.
No, don't do that. You give them false hope. Now, I'm here to tell you right now, the choices and the courses you make in the next 4 years matter. Your 4 years in high school, like it or not, are going to fly by like that. And before you know it, you're out there. Here's what that piece of paper tells me. Are you prepared to do college work? If you can't handle the workload here, what do you think your odds are of handling the workload in college are? Not very good. Trust me, it's a whole lot worse. My wife is still going back to college now, and she's putting in 10, 12 hours studying. She's almost graduating now. It's in that last little phase. It costs. Remember, the cost. It costs you something. What was the other one? Do you have the skills you need to be successful? Oh, I forgot one thing here. If you don't show up for class here, do they come looking for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
They call your parents.
Absolutely. They want to find out where you're at, right? If you don't show up in college at a professor's class,
They don't care.
why is that?
Because they want you to make your own choices.
You're supposed to. You're an adult, right? Right. And whose money are you wasting? Yours. And if you're on a scholarship, you're wasting someone else's money, and you won't be on that scholarship much longer. All right? Will you show up for class or work? We talked about that one. You see how that works out? Are you reliable? That piece of paper, like it or not, tells us this stuff. So it's not just your transcript, but also criminal record. A lot of employees now are looking at your credit reports. Watch that. Please watch that. If you can't manage your own money, what are the odds you'll manage someone else's money? And also be careful of what you put on the networking, the network sites, such as MySpace, stuff like that. That is not private. You know, recruiters go out and look at that stuff now. Now, you guys are going to be competing out there in the world. How many people we have in the class? Roughly 25? So fast forward 4 years ahead now. You guys are competing for the jobs out there, that list you see. But you're not competing with just the 24 in here. How many seniors do we have graduate from this high school each year, roughly? A couple hundred? 500? I don't know how big it is around here. It's probably like a pretty good sized school. Let's just say 400. It's a big school. So now you're competing against 400. Oh, no, wait. How many high schools are in this state? A lot. In the state of Maryland. You're competing against them. Oh, and for colleges, you have people coming from other states to college here, right? You're competing against them. So how do you set yourself apart? How do you make that piece of resume that you have right there look good?
Best education, well-rounded student. Yeah.
You got it right there. This is what I'm asking you to do. I ask you to become a Maryland Scholar. Now, what does that mean? These are the courses you have to take to become a Maryland Scholar. How many of these courses do you take already?
All of them.
Every one of them.